Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Hammers Football TV, and obviously doing a watch along for the Chelsea versus Los Angeles Football Club. Why have I done this? Well, a little bit quiet. I've done some studying and that, and this is a way of releasing a little bit. The last couple of hours doing that, so this is a nice break for me. Hope everyone's been well, and welcome back. Yeah, it's been a hot one today. I think it's up to 27 degrees, so a bit of a hot one. So, nice to relax and chill out. Not long before the game kicks off. Looks like both teams are coming out shortly. As always, let's say hello to the people in the chat. So far, just Matt, by the looks of it. Big up Tony. Didn't realise he was covering these games. Yeah, like I said, Matt, it might be just a one-off. Maybe, might just cover the UK clubs, City and City and Chelsea. But other than that, we'll see how it goes on from there. Hope you're keeping well, though, mate. And he said, fair enough. That's fair enough. So just looking at the teams then. I'm just going to quickly get that up. So let's have a quick look. Confirm lineups. So for Chelsea, what have they got? Let's have a quick go back there. So Chelsea have gone with Sanchez in goal. And then you've got Cucurella, Colville, Adorama, and James, who's the captain. Got Lavia and Caicedo with Neto, Palmer, and Madueke. And then obviously Jackson up top. The lap then obviously doesn't start. So let's see from there. LA, who are they going with? So LA got Hugo Lloris. So a welcome return to the old Spurs keeper. Then you've got Hollinsberg, Wood, and then Segara. Long, what's his name there? Long, and then you've got Tillman, Palencia, and then you've got from there Delgado, Igor Jesus, Tillman, and then going up top, you've got Ebobisse Ordus and Bawanga. So yes, let's have a look. Evening, Tom chat. You reverted to early doors for the evening. I don't know, mate. But thanks for letting me know that if that's the case. Yeah, all good, doing good, mate. All doing good. Hope you are as well, Brendan. Matt's saying, yeah, not too bad. Thanks, good. Could do with that, mate. Ravi, good evening to yourself. You'll big up Tony. Big up there to Brendan. Evening, Daz. Good evening, Troj. Chelsea sold themselves any new hotels this week. Yeah, well, it's interesting to see that obviously he's sticking with Sanchez as the number one. So that's kind of been confirmed. Brendan saying, I did not know you were Tony Blackwell. Tom. Yes, well, my actual name is Anthony. No H, but that's me. But obviously, everyone knows me as Tony. There's a few other names, obviously, Brendan, but that's another show, I suppose. Matson saying Jackson is good. Tour England, new arsehole. Well, I don't think that was too hard, Matt. That's for sure. The team we put out there. Brendan saying good evening to Matt, Daz, Trojan, and Ravi. Ravi, Tony, I had to bite my lip when you sent me them jokes. I was at work, didn't want to laugh at. You're welcome, Matt. You're welcome. It's good to send them ones as well. Trojan, don't use the word tour. Gives me Turkish flashbacks. Oof. Oof. Together, he's saying, yeah. Ravi's obviously put in there, smash the likes up and subscribe, you. And obviously, Trojan saying good evening to everyone else. Break the like button, you mean, Ravi? No, I'll be able to press it then after that, mate. Let's hope not. And let's hello to each other as well. So who they got on the subs bench? Let's have a quick look on Chelsea then with the subs bench for them. Blimey. Aki Ampong, Ansamino, Badashili, Chalaba, Delap, Drewsbury Hall, Fernandez, George, Gui, Gusto, Jorgensen, Asugu, Santos, and Kunku, and Saar. So, yeah, interesting. Interesting what he's gone with there. And Los Angeles have gone with Amana, Chanot, Esperza Saldana, Olivier Giroud. Well, that'd be interesting. Heisel, Holm, Martinez, Ocha, Raposo, Marlon, Burgess, Wibowo, and Yoryaboa. So this should be interesting to see what that's going to be like. Yeah, as they're saying like each other as well. Yeah, mate, when I find some, I'll send them over to you as well. Ravi's obviously saying big up to everyone. Matt saying Macaulay's thrown under the bus, my messieurs, Brady and Sullivan, typical. Didn't take long, mate, did it? Didn't take long at all. I mean, look at all this, all the pump from Pamphanalia for this. Jesus Christ. Good evening, Michael. Good evening, Tony. What an embarrassing situation for FIFA. Empty stadium, and it's an American team Chelsea are playing. That just kind of sums things up, really. That Troy's low positives, though, not a worthwhile terrorist attack. This is true. Good evening to Pepsi. Evening. I'm about to tuck in to a New York vanilla cheesecake with some honeycomb ice cream. Oh, mate, that sounds lovely. Not bad at all. Ravi saying, why does the LAFC kit look like the Real Madrid kit? You're not wrong there, Ravi. Yeah, look at that. Well, as we know, if this game doesn't go too well, there's always TV programs, football, music, you name it. Matt saying it's a joke, Tony. I can see Macaulay and Potter walking before the scene starts if this nonsense carries on. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, Matt, if you got Sullivan and Brady hoping for this this takeover to come along, but at the moment, not much is happening, is there? So, excuse me. So when you look at that, unfortunately, they're here for a while by the looks of it, and unfortunately, we've got to put up with it. But yeah, I mean, Macaulay. Well, let's see what he does. Can he produce any magic? I mean, for me, when Potter signed, he must have had some kind of reassurances that he was going to get money and to buy. Maybe not on the January one, but in this window now that's here. But we will see, Matt. Aces, good evening to yourself as well. Enjoy that, Matt, saying to Pepsi. Brendan saying, yeah, sounds great, Pepsi. Something like your bite away Waitrose. Lone Star, good afternoon to you. I'm assuming it's afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. If it is afternoon, hope you're well. Margaret saying the whole tournament is a cash cow for the broke Spanish clubs. Yeah, I mean, did you see the 10-0 pummeling? I mean, what a joke. It just made a farce of the whole thing. What's looking at that? Yep, you're not wrong, Lone Star. It is, as Michael said, it's all about making money. It's all about bringing the money in. All these kit brands do carbon copies of other teams. Money in it at the end of the day. Perhaps saying Matt Foster, Daz, Brendan C. So we're going to be kicking off shortly by looks of it. But yeah, it looks a very empty stadium at the moment. So I'm just getting ready for it to kick off. Wow, it is empty, isn't it? Referee's got a long delay there. Are they going to take the knee? And the game started. Wait for whiz up to that minute as it always does. Matt saying Sullivan is crying poverty, so how can you blame Macaulay and Potty? Wank. It's the easiest thing to do, isn't it? At the end of the day, Salon required poverty, hasn't got no money. Yeah, we've all seen the figures. We've all seen the figures, Matt. Getting the Pepsi the same as well. Ages is enjoying pints of bottles of Magners and barbecue. Nice, very nice. Big up to the Pepsi. He's saying Boyle Sports official sponsorship of West Ham for the next 5 years. Oh, let's hope not. It'd be interesting to see what we're going to see on this. There we go. Harry saying, all right, you slags, all here to see the rent boys get their back door smashed in. Yeah. I'm not going to see much here, I don't think. Enjoying Coca-Cola. Yeah. Squash for me. Nice and easy. Trozavel, the fans got those big foam mounds of Vuvuzelas. I mean, considering the size of the stadium, the picture itself is quite far away from the players. LA coming forward with the ball now. 3 players going to Chelsea, and they're just 3 players just been undone by one move by LA. Taking too long with the ball though. Ball gets delivered in. Wow, 2 mistakes here by the LA players. And there's Jackson still got the ball, still letting the play, but the keeper's come out. Well done, Lloris. Kicks it long. Goes back up the other end for a goal kick. Now Fantino twat saying that Cristiano Ronaldo was going to play. He's got egg on his face now. Mate, they're trying to sell it. That's why. Trying to sell the thing. You can see why, though, looking how empty that stadium is. Ravi saying, Tony, I'll be honest, even if Liverpool were in the CWC, I still won't watch it. Yeah, it doesn't look compelling. Apart from, PSG look good. They do look good. And say Bayern, that was just a training session from. Absolutely. Russ, good evening to yourself, mate. Evening, everyone. Evening. Evening, Harry. They're all saying they're all good, talking to each other. People saying, Arsenal keep tweeting out, have you bought the new kit yet? I keep replying, have you signed a striker yet? Well, I don't know if you've seen this, Pepsi, because it looks like Nico Williams is going elsewhere. Doesn't look like he's going to be coming to the Arsenal, it's supposed to be. Jackson, is it? No. Madawaki going to lose the ball here? Don't know where he's going with it. Yes, it doesn't look like you're going to be getting Nico Williams now. Wow, that's poor. Matt saying, is he puts on a club tournament after the league season? FIFA. And as you said, Infantino. Yeah, just hoping for the best. So far, more adverts than footage. Yeah, that is the worst part that gets on my nerves as well, is that. No, he's Mr. Sports. Won't you have a tea, father? Yeah, that's better. Yes, City and Real Madrid in action tomorrow night. That should be an interesting game. Ravi saying, Tony, do you know Mike's the West Ham fan? He's passionate on the club like yourself. Yep, no, Mike's. Yeah, he's been on the show before, and I've been on his as well. So yeah, I know Mike's. Big up to Harry as well. Go on. Terence, good evening for yourself as well. Evening, Tony. I'm waiting for it to cool down so I can take Toby for a Spurs. Yes, it's a bit muggy out there, mate, isn't it? Bit too muggy. Chelsea coming through again. He goes for the shot, but Lloris has got on there. That's probably going to be the only saving grace for LA, is having Lloris in goal. Russ saying the only good thing is that this totally wrecks Man City and Chelsea's pre-season. Yeah, but Man City's been busy though, Russ, haven't they? They're not mucking around. Daz, Tony, do you know when the fixtures are out? This Wednesday, they're going to be out. I think it's 9 o'clock in the morning. You'll find out, Daz, so that'll be interesting to see who we've got. Maybe all good talks. I might have an outlet for my wooden toys sorted. Hope you're well, bro. That's nice to hear. Hope they go well. Good to hear that. Good evening, usual. Topher, your lot one up after 4 minutes. Pepsi's also saying he's got a bottle of strawberry and pineapple cider to crack open soon. Pepsi's loving life tonight. Absolutely loving it. So look, you've told us the dessert. You've got your drink sorted out, Pepsi. What did you have to eat? That's the question. You know, to have all that afterwards, that nice dessert and then cool drinks. What did you have afterwards, mate? That'd be quite interesting, though. Yeah. At the moment, all Sullivan is doing is asset stripping like he did at Birmingham. Yep. So hopefully that's a sign, Michael, that he's looking to get out, get top dollar, leave us with bugger all basically, and then take what he can. So don't know. Is it classed as every cloud? We'll see. They're getting low to each other. Brendan saying even the usual. FIFA the bollocks kicked them out of the Conference Cup though. Yeah, all could be because of the ground, I do believe it was. The usual saying there. Matt saying, come in LA. So I didn't know that. Trosh, is there 2 LA teams in Galaxy and this one? I believe so. This is Los Angeles FC. And then, of course, then you got LA Galaxy. Yeah. Yes, Trosh, there you go. Yes, yeah, 10-0 and not even their first team. And that was it. I mean, that just kind of, that game in itself made a whole mockery of the whole competition there and then. 10-0. Good evening, Frog. Evening, Tony and all. Back in a bit. Run out of tea bags. Sacrilege. You can't be doing that. Can't have that. Usual saying Chelsea are 1-6 tonight. Yeah. Nearly a red card there. Yeah, it was a bit of a challenge. Sound like them as well. Matt saying sack Infantino and sue FIFA for being slags. Oh, that would, yes. If that happened, you imagine. Not seeing much in this game so far. I mean, when you look at it, you know, not even 8 minutes in yet. Aces are saying Arsenal emailed me today on the new training range for 25-26. Absolute. I heard this today earlier on from, I think it was Views, lunchtime show, or was it Shane, one of the two? And they mentioned about this, all about promoting the kit rather than, like, you know, who we're signing. That's Merch FC, as you know, the Aces, Merch FC. Come on, Real Madrid. Brendan saying, yeah, usual. The other club, Silkenberg, got priority for finishing higher in the league. Drogs won a cup. Funny how other big clubs are not excluded. Favouritism. Or is it the other way, Brendan? Do they say it's because of one has the bigger appeal? Pardon the pun from usual saying this. Can they appeal? This is smash the likes and subscribe. Thank you very much again, Rev. Yep, that's why this does this all the time. Gets some off fucking news. There you go. Brendan's saying all the appeal and the decision was today. Shocking. Brendan, hey, when will you advertise? Pepsi is nasty. Trust saying four should have been bewildered of Greeks bearing gifts. Big up Aguna Matata, mate. Just pop it in and say Arsenal, same old. I'll say no more. Big up the Irons. Big up to yourself, mate. Good to see you. Hope you're keeping well. I hope the family are good as well, mate. As usual, any tips this week? They've definitely got no fans. Yeah, big stadium like that. That's Amazing. Willstone. The Willstone Rangers in the chat. Oh man. Yeah, Pepsi saying so. He had lasagna with garlic bread and some chips. Nice. Been deported yet, Lone Star. Well, it's practically empty. It is, isn't it? I mean, what does that stadium actually hold? What's that? Let's have a quick butchers of that. How much does that actually hold? So for American football games, 71,000 with the ability to expand to 75. But for soccer matches, the stadium can accommodate 42,500 spectators, expand up to 71,000, or standing room allowing for at least 73,019. Well, we definitely know that's not the case here, that's for sure. Pretty embarrassing. Oh, referee's got needs a new battery pack by looks of it. Either though it slipped down the crack of his arse, one of the two. Yep, seems like it's all sorted. Steve, good evening yourself, mate. Evening all. Hope all's well. No shot, Todger. Jesus, red. Goodness, I've got tea bags. Just need the Arteta's light bulb to put in my torch for the shed up. Oh man, wouldn't have to look long, that's for sure. Especially if it's Arteta putting the gifts out. Even Mr. Burl, all saying like each other. George said, I'm also running short of Yorkshire tea bags. Yorkshire tea bags. Do you have the extra strong ones, Josh? Because they're not bad either. Saying like each other. And Yesra saying, Daz Royal Ascot starts tomorrow. This Football World Cup is crazy with the odds. Best save not bet until the quarterfinals. Yeah, not missing much on this one at the moment, that's for sure. Good evening, Ricky. Good to see you in here. If it's the first time, welcome again. There was more people watching your watch along than that's watching in the stadium. Thanks for that comment, Ricky. Hope you're well, mate. Thanks for dropping that message as well. Love that. Poor people. Brendan saying, higher league positions get priority, apparently. They should have a playoff and the winner goes through. I mean, exactly, mate. I mean, it's a kick in the nuts. You think you work hard all that season, get to where you are, and then literally, as you said, you might as well just part your legs in that and get the cricket bat and whack it in between. You know, you for the players, for the officials, you know, the people that work at the club, all the hard work that's got in to get to where you are, and then to find out that, you know, that's as far as it goes. Wrong on all levels. Usually, they've got those really annoying animated billboards, same as Wembley. Yeah, and they've got, I think, if you look a bit higher up around the stadium, they've got another one up the top there as well. Well, as you can see, like I've got on the picture in the background of it. Michael was saying the only striker we for Arteta is getting his Swan Vesta. That's what it's all about, though, Troy, isn't it? Money, money, money. Get the advertising in. No matter how, we'll do it. Yeah, it's the best, isn't it? Yeah. Yorkshire tea. Yeah. What's with the big yellow walls? Yellow walls. Must be where they converted it from being American football into normal soccer or football in their eyes. Maybe it's something to do with that, possibly. But yeah, that's the distraction in itself. Look at that green, yellow. You know. Budgie, good evening to yourself. What decision was made today, Ton? What appeal? Oh, good evening, everyone. It's to do with one of the clubs that Brendan does watches, shall I say, Budgie? I hope you're well, mate. Well, say the decision was made that I did this stream, but good job I got good people in the chat, because otherwise than that, I think, yeah. And everyone's saying like the Budgie as well. One star says pitch looks worse than David Sullivan. Yeah, I was looking at it just a minute ago before they kicked off. It does look a bit shabby, and that, especially in the middle section there. Got some interesting colours going on. Definitely not green. Are we saying River Plate Assumption versus Carapuega TTS River to win 5.5 to 1? Of course, yeah, because they're started as well, isn't it? Brendan saying, evening, Budgie. Dradigo excluded. There you go. Excluded from the Conference League as another club. The owners have a stake in get priority. Yeah, always. Maresca just kind of, he don't look, well, I don't know what goes for that bloke said. He's weird on all levels, that one. Good afternoon, Budgie. Yeah. Ricky's saying, who will win the battle to supply West Ham with their first signing? Will Salthouse or Barry Silkman? It's going to be interesting, Rick. You're actually going to get more than anything else. Apparently, the rumour is we've got to sell first before we can even look to do business with them. So at this moment, apart from the ones we released, not much else is going on at the moment with West Ham. But she says, "Hi peeps, I'm literally just home, so potting around and listening." Nice, mate. Oh, you had something to eat already? Frog says, you're squeezing another 10,000 Europeans in there, though, to be fair. Oh, bit of ruckus going on there. Good ball through, but Lloris saves it. Cannons off his foot back out to the LA player. Yeah, nothing in there. Just come across him. Aces says, jump on, Budgie. Yeah, that's the new word there. We're Graham Pottering around. Steve says, Ricky, more like Primark. I do believe there is VAR there as well. I'm sure they showed it. Yeah, I think it's going on there. So I think they showed it in the Bayern game. Usually saying Bayern Munich were 1-66 yesterday. Bloody hell, really? Brendan saying, Budgie, question: does popping around mean taking a good game and delivering very little? Lone Star saying 10-0 beating amateurs, pointless. Exactly that. Gooner's saying we've got Spanish tea bags from the North London shop, made in South London, said sold by and dog outside the ground side hustle box. Arteta's got to make a living somehow. He's got to bump that 15 million wage up. As he said, Lee Gunner extra busy with Club World Cup stream and West Ham transfer negotiations. Man. They were saying we'll end up buying from Barry Scott. Bang, and the money has got. Love that, Harry. Get that. Got that straight away. Trush says, imagine flat cap wearing harvesters picking the finest top leaves. Ricky's saying, once again, Chelsea without a shirt sponsor, and yet have millions to spend. Very suspect, methinks. Yeah, because Bowley should be moving on short, or should have moved on by now. Just look at the possession there. 56% to Chelsea, 38% to LA. Not much happening in the middle of the park. It is literally going one end to the other. Palmer, is he going to have a shot? Yeah, thought so. Over. They're going to say, mate, love everyone, just a little banter event. Everyone needs to let out of you. Yeah, absolutely, mate. You've got to, like I said, I've just done 2 hours of doing some of my coursework, and this is a nice little release for me. Dad's saying, what a shock the two Lukes got knocked out. Yeah, couldn't write that, could you? Ricky, bring on Boca Juniors, then the stands will fill up. Yeah, that's when you're going to see a bit of a difference. I mean, tomorrow night, City and Madrid, that should have a crowd at least. Surely. If it doesn't, then then we've definitely got to think about what's going on with this competition. Mike said Alvarez not good enough for Potter, but scored a brace for Mexico. It just kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it, with certain players that can go elsewhere and get a tune out of things. Chelsea gets a corner. Anything can happen from this? Short corner taken. No creativity. He's going to go for a shot from outside. Deflected. Cucurella, who loses as always. Touch of A, as you know, and it's out for a throw-in. Side-to-side football, very boring. Yeah, you're not wrong there, mate. Good evening to Wally's World. Hope you're doing. Long time no see. I know you've been on JP's channel. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Hello all. I live in the Philly area. Who thought it was a good idea to hold a match here on a Monday afternoon? FIFA. Big up to yourself, Wally. Of course, yeah, the little known ones we don't, Cummins and Kante, 2 signings, so something, but Try saying hot and humid, is it, Wally? And Lone Star saying, yeah, 9 there at 3 p.m. Monday afternoon local time, daft. Because as always, they don't think things through. Really don't think it through. Usual saying, Daz Humphreys reckons Little has refused to practice with him. Someone's bigger than the other one. Wally World saying, actually, it's quite cool today, Trosh, but there is no buzz here in the US about this tournament. I'm not surprised, mate. I mean, look at that. I mean, just in the corner part is where most people are congregated. Everywhere else along the stands is in the centre part empty. LA's coming forward with the ball and plays it straight to a Chelsea player. That's the highlight so far. Troy saying everyone has reached saturation points with football. The thing is, though, mate, you've got to think once the 25-26 season's out of the way with, then we've got the World Cup, then, haven't we? We start off with that. So, man, it doesn't stop. Michael Blake said, you're here today, WSL 26-27. Yes, increasing to 14 teams. Yeah, I've heard that today. So that just shows you where its popularity is kind of causing merit for them to do things. So fair play to them, go up to 14. Kuna's saying he's got to make his money somehow. I love it. Harry said the Western Sudan League, Michael. The WSL. Coursework. No, it's not over here. It's known as Petals. To do with coaching and teaching, obviously as a trainer. So it's a level 3 qualification I can get. So it's basically kind of equivalent to being a teacher. So I'm doing that. Company investing in respect, so I'm happy with that one that they've paid for this. So yeah, just making sure I get that sorted out. Got to do 3 elements. Then it's basically the final part. Got to do a presentation, a quiz, and some general knowledge stuff. So yeah, should be all good when it's all ready to pay off. Usual talks. St Patrick's losing at home, he's saying. Ricky says, West Ham players, Worthing FC, Saturday the 12th of July, 3 p.m. kickoff. When the Sussex Hammers are looking for a West Ham fix, that's their first pre-season friendly. Nice. Worthing, yeah, because obviously from there, Ricky, not far from old Lewis FC, because I think they're in a bit of the old dripping pan. I think they're in a bit of trouble, aren't they? I think he's, they're not, I think they were maybe on the verge of going to administration, old Lewis. Troy said Terry's looked all right last night. Side him up. Yeah, he did. He looked good, didn't he? He did look good. At 41, he'll still be our best player. Now he's saying, my birthday, Ricky. Fuck spending it in Worthing. Ricky saying, see you there. I will buy you a birthday point. Happy days. We're saying, Sir Pat's playing Arsenal type kit, so blah to them, but Anang is playing well for them. You're saying, Harry, that's around the corner to you, isn't it? Nice stuff. "25 minutes into this game already. Blimey, if we thought it would take this long." Chelsea coming forward with the ball. Is that Palmer trying to create something, but this game's quite dead, isn't it? Yeah, not too far. Yeah, not too far. Didn't know the usual. Yeah. And they clear the ball out. It's got to be a foul. Yep. Foul by Chelsea. It was El Tone. Yeah, he's doing all right. Jose's doing all right. I mean, he was doing a show, I think, the other day, going over the season with Mr. Chang from Korea. So, yeah, he was doing all right there. So he's keeping well as always. Shamrock's equalised, usual saying there. Pepsi says, how's the foundations? Young Terence is all right. He's doing all right, old Terry. Granddad Terry, should we call him? He's doing all right. Like saying, typical Prem style ball, opponents to death. Hopefully, Michael, this is not what we're going to see come the new season, if it's going to be like this already. Nothing's exciting from this game, that's for sure. Better saying, expect Shant to win. They have all the money. Yeah, it does look like you're not wrong there. Anything else going on in there? Anything on the transfer stuff? Don't think there is. Tell the Arteta disciple. Yep. He hasn't got a Buddha statue on his mantelpiece. Got Arteta's face on there as well. Anything else going on? See, the old first team coach at Brentford's left as well now, the club, but he is not going to be joining Thomas Frank. So I'm not too sure where he's going off. And obviously, see, old Verts should be having his medical on Friday with Liverpool, and they reckon altogether it'd be like £117 million. Well, at least got the Mexican element there by the looks of it. Must be the LA cred. Oh, it looks like the Mexican element. Ricky saying West Ham Harrick Finn should be in goal for England under 19s versus Germany on the BBC Red Button Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Thanks, Ricky. We'll look into that. Be good to see one of our own doing something. Good evening, Peter. Someone switched over to supporting Chelsea then. No, mate, just to kind of have a chat with you guys because the game itself, I don't know if you've watched it, is boring as hell, Peter. And this was just another way of me kind of, I've been doing a couple of hours of studying, and this is a nice relaxation, chill and chat. If anything happens in this game, it happens. If it doesn't, I don't think any of us are too bothered about it. Hope you're well, Peter, though. Always West Ham through and through, mate. You're just saying punch-up game Monday, Bohemians versus the Sham. Oh, that'd be one. Brendan said, always good for a scrap, that one. Lone Star, yeah, Capital Arsenal. That couldn't save a. I mean, Lone Star, what's your view on that? I mean, at the end of the day, it's is it 5 million they're going to take him for? He had a good season with Bournemouth, but now it's going to Arsenal for 5 million. I don't know if that's going to be a good move for him or for Arsenal. Put it that way. You were saying I saw a documentary about the game some time ago. Wally's World says there's a park just down the road where the MLS Philadelphia Union play. It is built for soccer and holds 18,000. Should have used it, so it looked so embarrassingly. Exactly. Put in a place you're going to fill up, not something that looks like a. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Budgie's got the question for the chat. Why are Chelsea so shit? That's what happens when you spend £1 billion. Mark saying Brentford could implode next season if Mbeumo and Wissa go. Yeah, well, Wissa apparently might be drawing interest in from Forest, and obviously Spurs apparently supposed to have kind of come in, but he still, by looks of it, is more likely going to sign for Man United. I think he favours them more than Spurs, even though Thomas Frank, a bit of a good relationship with him. So that should be an interesting move. But yeah, I mean, Man United again, another one starting to rebuild. Us at the moment, 2 players. No other signs of anything else going on at this stage. But so those PDFs are tricky, to be fair. Lone Star. Good night, Budgie. Peter saying with it, the all-time low being linked with a model, the former footballer. Oh man, yeah, Calvert-Lewin, who spends more time on the catwalk wearing dresses and carrying handbags. That's only the start, Peter. You imagine how many more any other players that we're going to have that we're going to have on this one. Daz says, Tony, what do you think about Antonio turning down the contract? I mean, I did that little stream on it. Daz, for me, it's just a case of I can understand it from a player's point of view. He's just trying to get as much money as he wants before he moves on, or if he's going to move on. He wants to have an extension. Are the club willing to give him an extension? It sounds like they might do, but for less money. Not exactly pay as you play, but a heavily discounted salary cap to what he was already on. Considering, they paid his money while he was recuperating from the injury, from the crash. But I don't know. Do we keep him just kind of as an experience more than anything else? But he'll want to play first team football, and I don't think we can offer it to him there. Budgie says, "I want a crown." Got to keep talking, Budgie. You get the number 1. Peter saying Kepa did well for Bournemouth, and 5 million would take him. I mean, this is that. We need a replacement. You know that, but 5 million for Kepa. I mean, what did Chelsea originally buy him for? Stupid money, I do believe. Budgie's saying to Ollie, hello, my friend. Yeah, Brendan said, keep posting, Budgie, then you'll come. Have Brentford replaced Frank? No, not yet. Not yet. There's they're looking at putting a new coaching team together, because I say the first team coach is gone, but at the moment I don't think there's anyone they're looking at the moment. Just see if there's any names that comes up. Yeah, that's the name. Yeah, Norgard has left. Klaus Norgard. Okay, apparently Keith Andrews is understood to be one of the main candidates to succeed Frank at Brentford. And they're looking to build a team around the new head coach, not just replace the one person. Interesting. Well, we'll see. Stephanie, good evening to yourself. 24 subs away from the 1,000 mark. Yeah, slowly but surely, Stephanie. If it gets there, it gets there, But thank you for that comment. Hope you're well. Yeah, it's coming along. It is coming along. Matt saying, no, he wanted this crappy CW Cup World Cup. No one. I mean, look, it was just a money thing. And Chelsea have gone, by the looks of it, 1-0 up. That's how much we've been paying attention. Yep, and it's Neto that's scored. So finally, the deadlock has been broken, people. Yeah, apart from Infantino, yeah, of course. And they sound like Stephanie. Budgie says, I know, but I have 10 thumbs. Peter's saying, Sullivan is thinking about getting Tevez on a 12-month loan after scoring 4 yesterday at Soccer Aid. You wouldn't put it past him either, Peter. That's the problem. That is the worst thing. You wouldn't put it past someone like him. Budgie saying, I don't stand a chance against you lot then. Matt saying, we can't buy till we sell Peter, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin link has been denied. So we're going to have all the Tammy Abrahams, him, all the ones who've been injured. Stephanie saying, big up Tony in the chat, legends. Big up to yourself, Stephanie, of all people. You know, you're a legend in yourself. Michael says, Man U, 2 billion in debt, yet don't plead poverty. They know full well that they'll get their money back just on the name itself. That's what the Glazers did when they bought the club. Put all the debt back on it. Saying like that. Harry saying Rent Boy is going to get smashed. And Stephanie saying hello to him. Peter says we need to pay the 12. Yeah, I've seen this as well. Yeah, we need to pay 12 to 13 minutes for Vlasic. Otherwise, we'll get a transfer ban. What madness is that? That just sums up West Ham in a nutshell under Sullivan. Budge saying it's a transfer window on Thursday, isn't it? Wednesday, Budge. Chelsea paid 70. Yes, I know it was silly figures. 70 million and sold it for 5. What the hell? And I saw this as well, Michael. Wrexham looking to build a new stadium, cost 5.5 billion for a 55,000 seater stadium. Did see this, and apparently they're getting the money for it. They are getting the money together. Big up to them for kind of like, ambitious. Shame we had an owner like that. Oh, sorry, I was wrong there. Yeah, Budgie's saying hello to her as well. But Wrexham wouldn't feel that. And yeah, it's ambitious, isn't it? You're saying Radcliffe went to Man U and made them worse. How was it possible to make them worse? You had Woodward, and then you had Radcliffe. Yeah, well, Fuzzy will tell you that. Cut back all the money, and then they're in a worse position than they've ever been. Ricky's saying, who will West Ham get opening day of the season? I'm hearing Sunderland away. So, I mean, that won't be a bad shout going to them first of all. New team bounce and all that. As long as Potter gets it right, that won't be a bad thing to do. Imagine getting him. Sunderland. No, and that's where we get something like Leeds. Stephanie's saying Brentford need a new Frank, a super one allegedly. Still sent to Coventry. There's Frank, yeah. Peter saying, I wonder what Keller was thinking after just signing them Frank baggers off to Spurs. I'll be seething. That's what I said. We should have gone for him. We should have stepped in when we had the chance to. But again, not ambitious for us to do that. I see old Cardiff have appointed Barry Murphy as their new manager. Wow. They say nobody knows Ricky Jordan, so they're saying that they know it's nonsense. Well, things get leaked, Matt. I mean, that could be the case. Sunderland, not a bad place to go to, for a trip out. Lone Star says, what happened to Evan Ferguson? Complete failure. I think he played in total 180 minutes, if that. And basically, I'm hearing he might be going, because I think Brighton are looking to loan him out yet again. He's not exactly ticked the boxes, that's for sure. So I think he might be going out to play at Scotland somewhere. Don't know if it's Celtic, I think it might be mentioned. Yeah, complete waste of time. They were saying Dowie, Beardsley, and Tevez score any fucking team off the park. That's the thing about it. They can still do the business. Matt said about Ferguson, he became a shit and went back to Brighton. He needs to put the drink down. That's Budgie, are you on Wednesday night? But I'm going to be listening, but going on a dog walk. Take it easy out there, Budge. Bit bottle at the moment. Usual saying, Lone Star is a complete pisshead according to reports. Yeah, just said there. Yeah, put the pint down. Dogging. That's an affirmative there. So Budgie will be doing a show on Wednesday. Pepsi. So coming up to 41 minutes, still 1-0 in this really enthralling game. Peter saying, Rick and Bournemouth versus us in America will have one man and his dog for the crowd. Man. Peter also adding, we are about as appealing as a lunch date with Hitler. Yeah. The last season has caused a fair bit of damage. There's no two ways about it. Michael saying our opening fixtures will be Poole away, City at home, Arsenal away, Leeds at home, FA8, West Ham United. Yeah, probably not wrong. That's the one, Pete. I thought that's what I knew it was. Yeah, Celtic. Good luck to that. Mind you, they'll probably get a tune out of him. That's the thing. Ricky saying, what are the chat's thoughts on Grealish? Available? Would like to see him in a Hammer shirt? See, I mean, Grealish, we know he's a good player, but at the same point, I suppose, is that he's another one who likes going out on the town. I think that's the problem. But when you're a shitload of free kicks, that's for sure. And who's going to? And it's the wage more than anything else. Either he's got to take a pay cut, because there's no way we're going to stump up the money to sort that one out. Let's see what the chat thinks on that as well, though, Ricky. It'd be interesting to see their thoughts. Usually, I'll only reveal my preference upon the publication of my sex tape, is he saying. Who is Jean-Claire Todibo then? That's the defender we took on loan with the obligation to buy from Juventus, and now he is with us. Oh boy, yeah. Matt saying, yeah, I'll take a punt, Ricky. Lone Star saying, Dowie, a face only his mother could love. True. And still remember him with that bullet point header scoring the own goal. But he's saying Ferguson vote now down to about 15 million, which seems way too high after his loan at Wales. Yeah. 15 million. No, not worth that. He hasn't shown it. I mean, the potential, I think, was it 80 odd million? I reckon he could have been valued up. No. Age to say, make sure budget to give dog plenty of water whilst on walkies. Absolutely. Peter says we'll have about 2 points from the first 10 games. And if that's the case, though, is that time for then the board would start reconsidering what to do with Potter, or Potter himself thinking what he's going to do? Yeah, see, there's another one. Yeah, thank you, Peter, for that as well. Grealish fell out with Pep because he spends too much time pissed as a new. Him and Ferguson, because we ain't got Ferguson here then. Jesus Christ. £300,000 a week. That we ain't going to be able to do anything on that. Okay, now. Matt said Brendan Rodgers will kick Ferguson into touching his drinking. Budgie says Grealish, yeah, and fuck it, I'll buy his first pint. Notes don't drink, Peter. Peter's also adding we spunked about 3 centre halves who weren't any better than Cresswell when he played centre half. Yeah, we've, as much as it looked good last season, all them players coming in, we haven't really spent well on that at all, have we, really? Coming to the end of half time. Is it a free kick there given away? Yeah. Tosin's just been booked. As in Boca Juniors versus Benfica on next. That should probably be a better game. Yeah, that's how he's saying that, much better game. Ricky's saying Grealish and Brewdog at West Ham, perfect partnership. Matt says, if we do shit in the transfer window, it's down to Sullivan and nobody else. Yeah. I suppose if you look at it, if things are that bad at the club, then yeah, they'll sell the bloody kitchen sink. Yeah. No. Brendan, shitting in the toilet is more hygienic, Matt. Michael saying Potter and Macaulay could walk before season starts if Sullivan keeps throwing them under the bus. Oh, we're in a mess, aren't we? We are in one hell of a mess. Let's hope if this takeover does happen, please let it happen sooner rather than later. Surely something's got to give. I said Sullivan's not going to pay for alcoholic and Jack Grealish. Yeah, I want to get his money for worth. But he said we'll end up with watch me run with my hand in the air, Sterling. Same Brendan. Matt says Sullivan needs to do an interview with the media and clear the damn out. He won't do that. He won't do that, Matt. He ain't got the balls for it. He don't want to be put under the spotlight. Two minutes of added time on there, so we can't be far off from half time there. Never trying to come through. Yep, trying to do too much as always. Loses out. Mind you, fair play. Put a challenge in. Oh, have a little wind up there. Look. Yep, still going on. Oh, getting a bit funny with each other now. Now Reece James is trying to get involved. At half time there, people. So let us know your thoughts. What did you think of that first half? Was you all kind of enthralled by this? Such a brilliant first half so far. Usual saying, because juniors are 8-5, Benfica 4-6, the draw 11-4, kick off 11 p.m. tonight, Channel 5. Thank you much for that. JB, good evening to yourself, mate. Hope evening all. Hope you're good. Matt saying that's the only thing that will shut people up if the draw speaks up. He'll either put Karen Brady in front though, Matt. He won't do it. Rick said, anyone know the release date of the new shirts? I'll be waiting for a statement signing to model it. So we'll have to wait a bloody long time. Yeah, I think there was something leaked, Ricky. I think the kit was leaked, or it was a mock-up, but it didn't look bad from what I saw of it. But as always, nah. But you're probably not right, mate. Yeah, we'll wait for this token signing. Harry's saying the halfling needs to sell up and fuck off to Mordor to get his ring destroyed. Right. Sooner rather than later, because it's just, he's literally killing this club. Killing it. We knew what you meant. JB saying like each other. Togs, yes. I said James and E20 is fuming that Sullivan isn't doing much all in the transfer. It was said earlier in the chat, yeah, if he's trying to sell all the silverware, take the top dollar like he did at Birmingham, then it's a quick way for him to kind of take what he can, sell up and move on. But where does that then leaves us in a precarious position, because we then got owners there might have to fork out more money than they should have done in the first place. But hopefully, if it is going to be these American people, they've got more of an chance of holding him to ransom than the other way, not the other way around. And as always, say hello to each other. If you haven't already, people, make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. As you can see, I'm on the road to 1,000, 24 away, was just saying. So, and it's all good, help from you people in the chat that's helped me get to this area. Ricky saying pre-season friendly with a bit of meaning. We want to, we've got to do better than, from last season. And I think that's going to be Potter's priority, to make sure that we start off better than we did He knows full well he's on a hiding, and I think whatever he does now, the microphone or the microscope's over him, and everything he does is going to be critical. But of course, the one person's going to get away with it, as we already said, is going to be Sullivan. Yeah, he does. Yeah, I don't know. Just one of them people. They wake up in the morning, and that's their intention, just to kind of piss people off. Yeah, James is one of those. I agree on that one. Are they getting 10 million for turning up and 5 million a win? I hope not. I mean, that just then that sums things up. If that's the case, yeah, now man. Let me just see if that's true. So apparently, there's a $1 billion prize pot, with the winners expected to pocket about 100 million. With a potential payout of 125 million foreseen for the winners. Here's what team is set to earn over the broken performance pillar of 475 or 350 million, and a participation pillar of 386. So if you get through, reaching the round of 16, we'll see clubs earn an additional $7.5 million. Quarterfinals will get 13.125. The four semi-finalists pocket another 21 million, with the beaten finalists getting 30 million, and the championships earning 40 million alongside a trophy with Infantino's name scratched on it. What the fuck? That's fucking crazy. That's mad, Michael. Absolutely mad. He's saying, yeah, he's turned Mr. Angry at everything lately. Peter's saying, I take it Man City won't get punished severely as they are spending on a few players. When this all first came around, I remember hearing, I'm going back a year and a bit now, they did say this could drag out till around about 2030, these charges. So they're not stupid. They've got the money to get themselves out of it, that's for sure, haven't they? But it's just gone quiet and under the. They went to court, and that's as far as we go. Everything's gone quiet from that point onwards. We don't know what else is happening. Asa says West Ham are waiting on Boyle Sports shirt sponsorship deal being released before releasing. Okay, should be interesting. Boyle Sports. Thank you for that, Aces. Matt's saying can't blame his loyalty to West Ham. To be fair, he needs some woosah. Sullivan's new name is Pennywise the Clown. Brendan's saying bored of all the fuming, turns me off quick. Can't deal with it, can't be doing it. At the end of the day, yeah, what's the point? Not going to get you anywhere. That's why, when things happen, get a little bit annoyed because obviously it's our club, but I'm not going to kind of rant and rave about it. Not much we can do. Can't be doing what Victoria's saying there. Peter's saying the Yank who was thought to be investing in us now looking to buy that bloke's shares in Palace so they can play in the Europa Cup. Sums it up. Just sums us up. What was supposed to be? Fucking hell, man. Is that the Chelsea fella though? The one who's supposed to be investing money in it? Yes, no, Pete, if he's that geezer. JB saying James does get upset. He's entitled to his opinion, and will be West Ham long after that little Russian midget has gone. Remember, we all have opinions. We do. Mine was always Morris to say, "What do I know?" Yes, yeah, we're all entitled to our opinions, and always don't go our way, as you know. Pudgy's saying, "Bagging up dog shit reminds me of why I'm a West Ham fan." you know. Matt saying Moyes was thrown under the bus. JB offered a contract, but was then withdrawn. Peter saying there was a player for the part-timers yesterday who had to sit a school college exam before playing Bayern Munich. But it's good though. I mean, little quirks like that, but even still, shit. Harrison agreed. JB loves James Passion. However, I choose not to watch. West Ham can't be that bad, Budgie. Unfortunately, last season we definitely were. Harry's saying, Budgie, it should remind why you don't follow Spurs. Ravi saying, Tony, after I'm Hooks, the Arsenal fan, he's getting his pants in a twist because Lee Gunner is saying Arsenal should get Chris Woods. Chris Woods would score Arsenal goals. He's proved it at his age. He's proved it. So there's, you can't deny that he hasn't. JB says, yes, Matty, he was. I know someone who personally knows Moyes. I don't know him. Guy's done work for him. He was so proud to be the West Ham manager. I still think another 4 years of him would have been good. I think if you look at it, it's just the fact of having this bloody owner. That's the problem you got with that. Pete said, did we turn down this tournament? Yeah, Sullivan had a bit of common sense for a change, Pete. He realised that, don't invest in this. It ain't going to be good. I think so too as well, yeah. But he says, will the Paqueta announcement come out after the window shuts? Mate, I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, I'm hearing stories that looks like he's going to be gone. Don't know if it's going to be City now by the looks of it, but yeah, it just tells you they've got nothing on him. Basically, if they're dragging it out as long as this, they can't have anything on him. But they want to make a scapegoat of him, and they've got nothing to back it up with. That's the worst part. But we've got a player now who's suffering on that, and all of a sudden it's kind of showing it on the pitch as well. JB saying, Harry, completely your opinion and respected, mate. I don't watch Claret and Brews much as it's too negative, my opinion. But about it or other people do, it's just opinions, but all entitled to them, James, Nick, etc. Yeah. Obviously, Man City will just throw lawyers and money at it until the FA get bored. That's their easy answer to it. And it seems to be the case because, again, they've already had so many cases knocked off already. Josh says, yeah, life is too short to rant and rave about things that may or may not have happened. Exactly that. Easy life, Josh. That's the way of trying to do things, As I said, we've got all opinions. We have a little moan and groan about things, but I don't think I go like they did. Like some of them do when they really kick off. You ain't going to change much. All I'm going to hope for is that the club, the board, something goes right and it turns our club around because we all know at the moment that's the one thing we bloody need. We're saying absolutely JB Clayton Boo's not for me for the same reason. Peter saying, can't remember who he is at 62. My memory remembers fuck all these days. No worries, my friend. No worries. Paqueta will be decided by the end of June. Thank you, Michael. Yes, allegedly, Michael. Allegedly. Don't forget that part. Yes. Trosh says, I tend Clayton Boo's to fight Suchek in Kufal's corner. Well, it looks like Kufal possibly could be off to join Everton, if you believe the rumours. George, you do, mate. Yeah. Yeah, but he does it for the wind up, that's for sure. Ricky saying, thoughts on the news? Emerson may also be leaving. Personally, I thought he started the season well, then hit the wall and it looked like his legs had gone. I mean, there was rumours he was going to go early part of, I think, halfway through the season. You know, he wants out. And I don't think it's, again, for me, I think, Ricky, the problem there is it comes down to Lopetegui. I think that caused a lot of unrest, and I think we're still feeling it to this day at the moment. And I agree with you. He started off really well. You know, he's been a good player. He's came in, done well, won it all basically. And to hear that he's going to be moving on, we need experience still. You know, it's all right getting some young players in, but we need experience in that, and he's got bags of that. So I'm moving on. I get what you're saying about he hit the wall, but I think there's something more underlying on that for myself. But it is a shame that we're going to lose another one like that. Usual saying, in all honesty, I get more enjoyment on here and OSH than watching West Ham. Michael, appreciate that, and it's all down to you people as well. Great relationship over you people having a good old chat, and even about any old crap, basically, like second half's coming out now. It's going to be more exciting for people. It's going to be much better. Does that sound convincing? We'll see. We'll see. Mama, good evening to yourself. Evening, Ton, and also evening to the chat. Hope you're well, Mama. JB saying they will find Lucas a scapegoat. They will fine him just so he can't sue the FA. His mental health looks messed up. That Spurs game, he went mad and cried after the yellow. It's got to affect you, innit? I mean, it doesn't matter what money you kind of earn. When you've got something like that over your head, and that it will affect you. There's no two ways about it. Brendan saying, fair summary, Ricky needs to go to Italy now. Yeah, he's done it, innit? People saying on some channels, people are going back to bickering because people have different opinions. You would think we supported different teams the way they act. I'm only here for a laugh. And that's the thing, Pete. I mean, look, we want our club to do well. We talk about it. But for me, I'm in agreement with you, mate. It's having a laugh and a joke. It's also kind of like, when we do the watch-alongs, having a laugh and a joke. And if the game's crap, we go to a different tangent. Simple as that. So, no, I'm with you on that one. But bickering, nah. What's the point? Doesn't really get you anywhere at that point. So for me, nah. Everyone's saying hello to Mama. Always nice. So Chelsea have made some changes. Is that going to make a difference? We'll see. Olivier Giroud must be baking up there because he's just wearing his tank top. Is he coming on? Don't know. Michael saying, apparently the decision on Paqueta was made last month. Just the FA being runts, not letting him know so much for their mental health policy. Yeah, not good. Yeah, if that is the case, that's poor on their side. Let's kick off taking a bit of a while. What's going on here? LA's kind of having their little team talk still. What's going on? Hello. Cameron's gone for a bit of a peak tongue. I think LA's going to make some changes as well, but it's taking longer than expected. Has Giroud got a shirt? See again, Olivier Giroud. He could still do something. Oh dear. Mad delay going on for this kickoff. Peter saying, remember Suchek swap with a Rangers striker on News Now. Oh, on the news now. Sorry, the news now. Well, as long as it's not Calvert Lewin. Bloody hell, man. Even Mama. Mama's saying this is one of the nicest channels out there. Mama, appreciate that, and we just want to enjoy each other's company and have a good laugh with each other. Yeah. Thank you for that comment. I really like that. Thank you. What the hell's going on? So we're still waiting for a kick-off here. No idea what's going on. We're in this wonderful stadium. How can you say that with bug all in there? It is. It's a bloody shirt. They've got one of the subs to go and get a shirt. How embarrassing is that? Is this for Giroud? Fucking hell, man. I could score 10 on the Scottish League. Troy's saying, yeah, Giroud's been waiting for a shirt. How embarrassing is for that? My God. All right, McTosh. Oh, man. Finally, he comes on. And we've kicked off again. So I'm going to start it from where it was. I ain't going to make any changes there. So the game's finally kicked off. Jesus. Peter saying Hamza Ingami scored 16 goals in the Tenants League. Frog saying kettle's on. Gripping game then. Oh, absolutely, mate. Absolutely, Frog. Yeah, you know, lively. Chelsea just made a break there, put the through ball in there, and it's gone straight out for a goal kick. That's how in form it's got so far. Buddy's saying OSH Michael. I can't say I know it. Andy Irvinoff, one decent game versus Chelsea. Which is a shame as well, yeah, absolutely. Another one that didn't get a chance. Mama saying OSH is a great show as well. It is, yeah, him and Kieran, absolutely. Especially when it comes to Shark Watch or, as we know it as well, Beaver Watch. Yorkshire tea. Mama says best cup of usual. Got one right here. Nice. I sound like Mama as well. Brennan says make a cup of tea, put a record on. Break up the mood, that's for sure. Troy says Yorkshire is better. The competition haven't even got real chimps anymore. Harry says Clipper everyday tea. JB saying Togs, I play records, love them. Records. Did they make a bit of a comeback? Sound is pucker. Frog says snack tip: hit salsa dip and savoury crackers. Better than them tortilla cobblers. I think about leaving the house. Nice, Peter. Peter says Giroud modelling and Summers lingerie. Yeah. Oh, that was embarrassing. Thanks for your comment as well, Budgie Sam. Yeah, best way, absolutely. Ace is saying Channel 5 studio guest of awful. Well, we've seen some of the other channels as well, though, Ace. There's some of the kind of people they get in, they've not been great, that's for sure. We've seen some of them. They're a bit poor. Absolutely poor. Mama's saying Aces as well. What do you listen to, mate? Now, who are you referring to there, JB? Me or someone in the chat? Usual says, Mama, my daughter told me ages ago to try it. I never use anything else now. Fair play, because when you think, I mean, it- it's not, well, I wouldn't say it's not been out in the market long, but when you look at it, it's come out there, and also the likes of the usual ones, PG Tips, Book Bond, and all. Book Bond tea. Do you remember the adverts for that and all? But yeah, they're Yorkshire tea and that. I must admit, it's not a bad cup of that. Daz, top show, Tony. Daz, appreciate that. But again, it's all because you use people as well in the chat and making it what it is, or what we make it, shall I say. Mark saying it is really as usual. We don't use anything else. Michael's adding, usual. What biscuits do you dip in Yorkshire tea? Ooh, what biscuits? Chelsea had a bit of attack there, but nothing's come of it. Nicholas Jackson again. Jeez. George says, I've turned off Chelsea. I'd rather watch Kabaddi. Yeah, we're not missing much, that's for sure, mate. Brendan saying, JB, you need to join Harry, usual myself on our music rabbit holes. No channel is safe. All genres are allowed. Absolutely. Yeah. Love seeing the kind of comments with the chat, with the actual music in there. What I'm going to do, people, I think I'm just going to stop the clock, and I'm going to wait for the TV to catch up with me, and then I'll start it again. Probably the highlight of the show so far. Yeah, Frog saying Yorkshire tea, damn straight. Sounds good. Just let me know. Yeah, Jaffa cakes. Jaffa cakes. Not a bad choice. Yeah. I would say no unusual. It'll be a pink wafer. Or chocolate hobnobs. Them Viennese swirls, they're not bad. Ones with the little chocolate bits on the end. Peter saying, wasn't there a case where Kit Man had to go to the sports direct to get a shirt before an away match? Oh yeah, what was that? What was that now? Yeah, that's how bad it was. Yeah, we was it where old Redknapp was in charge? I'm sure it was when Redknapp was in charge. That just says it all, really. Brendan says Yorkshire tea, although still the best, is weaker than it was 5 years ago. I don't feel the enamel being stripped from my teeth these days. Ricky saying, do you think West Ham's first sign will make the Hammers family happy or more angrier? It's a good question, that. I think if you look at it, if you see some of the rumours that have been flying around so far, if there's any of them, then yeah, we'll be angry, because I think the next signing coming in has got to be right. There's no two ways about it. If we don't get that part right, then yeah, it's the downhill slope if we can't get the right player in. Let me just get out of this comment. The clock. Count of 52 minutes on their part. Chelsea coming through again with the ball. Gets delivered in, but cleared out by the LA defender. Cucurella passes out. Defended again by them. Poorly, but it still cleared the lines. Chelsea still in possession, though. And it goes out for a corner. Fair play. There you go. That's the most exciting part. We've kept up with the thing there. Yeah, the first sign has got to be right, though, Ricky. If we don't get that right, then we are, yeah, the downhill slope. Josh is 153. The Kabaddi World Cup 2025 is being held in the West Midlands for the first time ever. You were saying, Harry, are you getting me mixed up with GP? Oh, dear me. Daz says, keep on going, Tony. You're doing a great show. No, thanks, Daz. I mean, look, at the end of the day, and that it's us engaging more in this game. Chelsea deliver the ball in. Oh, just cleared there. And it goes out for a corner to Chelsea yet again. Nearly should have been 2-0 at that point. Brendan saying, I think GP would dunk them somewhere else. Oh, man. You're not wrong, though, Brendan. That's true. Yeah, you're not wrong. Josh says, if you watch Kabaddi, it sounds like they're chanting cup of tea. Cup of tea. Harry's saying he's a definite pink wafer, usual. Peter says the Potter's wheel on the screen will be better than this match. Funny is saying the other day, going on Prime, and what did I see there? And I had to watch the first episode of it, and it was Campbellwick Green. Who remembers that, people? Campbellwick Green. Showing all the episodes on there. Mark saying, can't be the red label tea bags. Yeah, they're not bad either. You're saying, George, remember when they showed it every Saturday morning on Channel 4? Bloody hell, yeah. Beaver Watch. Oh, man. Harry's saying, an evening at the Phoenix would be better than this. Yes, mate. It's, yeah. It's really enticing at the moment. I'm, blown away by this game. Peter saying, was the Mize Menko deal a load of tosh? Well, don't look like nothing's come of it, Peter. I think so. For me, yeah, tosh, as always. Nothing definite coming out of things at the moment. Troj Thompson's Ice is a decent cuppa also. I'll have to look out for that one. The one thing I tell you, folks, if you haven't done it already, Lapsang Souchong tea. Nah. Wrong on all levels. You might as well just get cardboard, put it in water, soak it, and then drink that, because that's what it tastes like to me. But if you like it, then fair enough. But Lapsang Souchong, nah, not for me. Mama's saying the name of this show is now Tea Time with Tea Time with Todd and Friends. It'll get good views though, Mama. I'll guarantee that. Ravi saying, is it me or has PG gone downhill? He's done something, mate. It's not good anyway. Daz says, smash the lights, guys. Thank you very much for that, Daz. Frog, after a long winter, every spring is Operation Beaver Watch. Peter says, anyone remember the old tea caddy? Yep, still have mum and dad's, Peter. Metal tin with a little spoon inside, loose leaf tea. Yep, the old tea caddy. Yeah, bloody hell, man. Brendan saying, JB, today I was listening to Shrek back all lined up. Hi, babe, BRMC, and days go by noisy. Sounds good. Big up to you, Ross. Big up to you, mate. Long time. Hope you will. They was asking about you earlier in one of the Arsenal channels. Big up Tony and the Irons crew. Just got back from the beach. Very nice of you, mate. Has anyone had trouble with StreamYard lately? Had to leave live 2 times because of technical issues. Anyway, big up everyone. Well, I can tell you this, Ross. On Thursday last week, me and Budgie, we had Muriel trying to get a show sorted out. Took us nearly half an hour, and it turned out to be because of Google and their cloud platform. And most of these things go through StreamYard, Spotify, Discord, and things like that all go through that Google Cloud, and it caused, not been good, mate. Not been good. We managed to find one channel, stream platform that got us through, but we could only be on for an hour. But big up to yourself, mate. Ravi saying, I do like vanilla tea. That's quite refreshing. Lemon tea is good as well. Green tea. Peter said we should be talking about old TV shows. Sweet's more interesting. We can always go that way. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all, because this game at the moment is so riveting. It's untrue. I'll have an E, please, Ross. How are you saying? Brendan said, I like Campbell's loose leaf Irish tea as well. Big up to Michael Chelsea. Big up Tom and you guys in the chat. I'm also live as well, mate. Not a great game or turn it either. Finally, everyone waking up about these clown ownerships. Michael, you're not wrong, mate. I hope you're having a good show as well. And yeah, we were just saying earlier about the tons of people that's in that ground watching this game. Yeah, not good at all, mate. Let us know what you've making of it. Good to see you on here, mate. And if you haven't, people, go over to his channel and give him a little like as well, please. And they're saying hello to each other there. Trust says, loose tea is good, really, with all the microplastics in bags now. Very true. Yeah, because you get that kind of film developed on the top of the tea, don't you? Mickey, the same. Frog says, Peter, I've got one here, but can't be asked refilling it. Usual saying, Ravi, lemon tea every now and then. Budgie says, digestives are the one with Yorkshire tea. A friend of mine, when we was young, rich tea biscuits and coffee. He would literally put a whole packet into the cup so it'll soak up all the coffee in that cup, and then scoop it out with a spoon and eat it that way. And probably some of you are going, eh. But you think about it now, we know that as Biscoff these days, the lotus Biscoff. Ewa says, Harry, I'll have an E, please, Ross. Monk, Harry, Flossie, big up to you both. Hope you're well, he's saying as well. Brendan saying, I liked it, and Michael Chelsea, evening to you as well. Big up to Michael. Dad says, I do like a nice cup of tea. Tried Galaxy Digestives, I've been getting recent like. They still do the old, what was it now? Cadbury's did that caramel biscuit. Do they still do them? I'm not too sure. Pieces, I leave tea bag in my mug these days, much better. Get the full flavour, I get that. Big up, mama. Closed star Chelsea, you've got no fans. They're all in the hotel, that's why. Frog says, those white chalky digestives are a bit alright. Ravi saying, usual such. Is that the powder stuff I had that before? Coffee or tea? More coffee these days for me, Daz. I mean, I still have a cup of tea every now and then. But for me, yes, more coffee these days. The tea bags at our work getting that, they're not exactly great. Mark says, question, who will be our marquee signing? That's the question, isn't it? I mean, it ain't going to be the youngsters, is it? It's got to be a name, a top name at least, one person, or they're going to find someone. I mean, not being funny. I mean, if Anthony, or we ain't going to get hold of Harvey Barnes if Anthony Gordon's going to go to Liverpool, and Mama might kind of back up on what that is with that one. But it's who we're going to attract more than anything else. I think that's the problem. Who can we actually attract? Because at the moment we ain't going to appeal for us. Surely anyone we're going to try and get hold of, they'll turn us down. I mean, Arsenal are trying to go for Ollie Watkins. If anything, why don't we as well? I can't think of anyone else really that's going to stand out at the moment. I was saying, big up Matt. I was wondering where you were. Good evening. Yeah, me too, Peter. Trush says, the best thing I found recently for a cup of those is dark chocolate Tunnocks tea cakes. Yeah, the dark chocolate ones are quite nice, actually. I agree on that, Trosh. They are nice. Thanks, Mama. Ravi, no lemon tea bags. Trosh banging, yeah. Mark says, best biscuits to dip, Twix or Kit Kat? Another one, Jaffa Cakes. Matt says, Drifter bar dunked into tea. I don't know if you ever tried it in that. The old aftermate mince. You put it in the bottom of your coffee cup, pour in the coffee in that. That's not a bad one. Peter saying, I like those cookies that have peanut stuck on them. Very addictive. And are they Hershey's? Oh no, that's not exactly. They're like a chocolate, aren't they? Harry saying Tunnock's wafers always in the cupboard for munchies. Staple diet. The usual togs. Samrock have gone 2-1 up. Thanks for the info. Mum was saying, I remember that time. Yes, yes. It was showing you the young lad. And then the second episode is Windy Miller. Lone Star saying wagon wheels. They're not wagon wheels anymore. They're like bloody trolley wheels now, Lone Star. The size of them, they've shrunk in size. Fox says this channel goes all mum's net when the game is quiet. Usual fuckers. Right, saying don't knock it, Frog. Pete says Dactari with Clarence the Lion and Judy the Chimp. Bloody hell. Yes, exactly. Pew Pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, and Gruff. Man. Don't make them. And you had also Brian Kent doing all the voices, singing, all that malarkey. God, Peter, Tales from the Riverbank. McT, love it. George. Hobnobs used to be all the rage. They did indeed. The chocolate ones were better. Having the chocolate on them, they were fairly decent. The wooden tops, before my time, that was. Bill and Ben, the same thing, but didn't they make a comeback? Don't think it was all that good, though. Peter saying 80 bags for a nick of tea bags tastes fine for me. Usual saying Jack Hargreaves. God, that was the old. It was on a Sunday afternoon. I remember rightly, wasn't it usual? Wasn't that before he came on just before? Was it Police 5 with Shaw Taylor? I'm not saying little wee Mama Flossie. Michael saying Mary Munger and Midge. Michael Schultz is saying that Lone Star. No one wants to pay $20,000 a ticket. Tout Bowley wished we wised up to our ownership. His fans are taking a stand, unlike your lot, trusting the process and supporting the Cronkies. I beg your pardon, Trosh. Peter saying Harry Worth. Trosh, yeah, 40% microplastics. That's done, Peters, yeah, in the tea bags. Frog saying, how do they manage to get so much cardboard into every slice of rye Vita? Well, surely, Frog, do you remember making paper mache? You can make anything you want out of that. That's how rye Vita comes about. What's happening here? Another bit of excitement? No, just a foul. Nothing much. He was saying, hey, Tony, what's the purple XG crap with a purple crown? Apparently saying, I don't know if this is what YouTube's put in. It's all to do with the amount of comments you put in. The more you come in, you're suddenly get your crown against your name if you're in the top 3. Trust me, there's a reason why they are sold in pound shops. Makes sense. Does make sense. Pete's in Huff and Puff and stacked with Jack Wild. Bloody hell, man. Lodestar saying, Michael, stop being a jammy dodger. You won the Egg and Spoon conference and act like Maresca has solved your problems. Maresca is a problem himself, though. I think he's short of a few things up in the brain department, that's for sure. That's it. Well, you imagine that, yeah, Frog. It's definitely not. It's definitely not PC in this day and age, is it? Finger bobs fucking scared me, scarred me of a life. Finger bobs, yeah. Remember that, and he even showed you how to make your own finger bob. Man, finger bobs. He was saying you all put milk in your tea in the UK. Yeah, majority of people put tea in their tea. There is some that go without tea. Without the milk. Are you one of those, Eros? Let us know, mate. Right, so watch with Mother Frog and yeah, Charlie Drake, Cinderella. Like we're saying, Lone Star London, a phase 6 with Arteta and Sexco. Big up to you, you old devil. Budgie saying weed tea is the only green tea worth thinking about. Is that stinging nettles, Budge? Is that the one you're on about? The weed tea? Is that the one? Or dandelion tea? Robinson Crusoe. Bloody hell, man. Lone Ranger. He changed. I don't know how many times they changed. Saturday morning pictures. Yeah, you don't see that anymore, do you? Harry's saying that's a waste of an herb, Budgie. Yeah. Frog, he let us unless you're doing lemon tea. Yep. MacGyver. Lone Star Michael says, Michael, you should pass your curfew. Stop playing with the traffic. Dear me. Budgie, frog, fingerboard. Yeah. Michael saying, now, Budgie, you're drunk. You dunk puff cakes in that tea. Puff cakes. Never heard of it, Budgie. Finger bang. Dear me. You just say no such thing as tea bags when I was a kid. Yeah, loose leaf. Brook Bond, PG Tips. And what was the other one? Typhoon. Trudge, it was Flash Gordon with Ming the Merciless for my Saturday morning pictures in Barking. The old Odeon. Yeah. And you think back then that would have been Buster Crabbe. Because he played him and he also played, remember rightly, Buck Rogers. I do believe. Oh, Buster Crabbe. Peter saying, when I was a kid, I knew someone who used to melt chocolate bars and have them in sandwiches. What's that with you, Peter? He's saying, yeah. Mark saying, hated tea when I was a kid. Always had sterilised milk. Yep, mum and dad had sterilised milk as well. Problem is, I like drinking it on its own. Got told off I don't know how many times. Who remembers Camp Coffee? Who remembers that? Camp Coffee. Dear me. You say right on frogging a well. Americans constantly spiking their teas here. I don't know why. Usual choice, the ABC and Stepney. Gone there, isn't it? People say no tofu. I prefer to eat chucky bars properly. Trosh says used to frequent the ABC in Romford before it died. Bargain and always empty. Avoided the crush in the Odeon, yeah, because it was, always used to get filled up pretty quickly. The Odeon, Upton Park, just around the corner from the stadium, that turned into an Indian cinema, I remember rightly. But saying our marquee sign will be some unfit fat fucker. Welcome back, Evan Ferguson. Look at that. I think it was £2 to £3. Marquee sign in it. £2.60 for the adults. Yeah, he used to sit in them chairs and that, sinking it about half a foot. Ravi saying Arsenal are just losers with super duper Mick. Peter saying used to go to ABC in Ilford, and most times one person went in. I got us in through the fight. Yeah, there was no security back in them days. White Kit Kats are good. Yeah, I remember White Kit Kats as well. Lone Star saying Cucurelli deserves an Oscar. Yeah, he always does it, doesn't he? Does remember the monkeys on the PG adverts? Yeah. You hum it, Sam, and I'll play it. Pepsi saying White Line Bar? I remember seeing that. Josh says, do they still send around a truck ice lady? No, well, you think most of the ones now, what's it, View, and what's the other one? Cineworld. It's all to do with the drinks and popcorn, isn't it? If you watch that documentary and that, big old bag of kernels, and that cost them something like 99 pence, and then what they sold it for. Okay, Ricky saying, what day will the Jonathan and David rumour start up again? Mate, that one. I did see something last week. Would we go back in for him? But yeah, that one has gone round the merry-go-round. I don't know how many times. Just the same as, like I said, Tammy Abrahams. You've got Ivan Tony again. Nah, probably did, Trosh. Yeah, because I don't think you see so many of them. Well, probably the other places. Peter saying original Jaffas are best, not all these PDD flavours. Yeah, that's back in the day when things were a decent size. I mean, do you remember the old the Jubblies, big, the ice blocks? They looked about the size of an iceberg. You look at them now; they're like, not even half the size. Lone Star said, "Ever had strawberry Kit Kat?" No, I don't think it was adventurous and brought it over here. I think they had we had like caramel in there, salted caramel, but I don't think we had strawberry one. Mama's saying a square of Galaxy chocolate dropped in coffee is tasty. Ooh, not bad. Trosh says, no, sounds nice though. Quite like the peanut butter Kit Kats. Yeah, there was all right. The old, whatever the name they call them, the actual the big lumpy ones. JB saying, X has just said, be patient. The club are working hard on deals. Oh, let's hope though, JB, we don't get that same old thing at the end of when the end of this window comes along and that we did try, but let's hope they do something. Usually saying Saturday morning yo-yo competition before the curtain went up. See, they don't do these things these days. Thunderbirds, man. See, Thunderbirds. When you look at that, they did the puppet film. Then you had the kind of the film that Jonathan Frakes did and didn't go down too well. Then you had the cartoon Thunderbirds 2086, and then what was it? And now you got Thunderbirds that ITV own, and they own all the programs, don't they? But Thunderbirds, what a visionary he was as well. So you things like that, Captain Scarlet, again, they should make these into films, proper films. Ravi says, anyone like Milky Way crispy rolls? They're elite, but can't find them in. I think they've stopped them, Ravi, because they were all right. Do you remember what was the other one they did? They looked like straws, but they were chocolate spirals. You can put them in milk and suck them up that way as well. They were decent. Yeah, the crispy rolls were good. Linus said, why did they mess with wagon wheels then? Daft. Because like everything, it's all about, we can't be eating too much sugar because it'll make you fat. That's the reason why. I watched a thing yesterday. They're showing you a couple of people going into an old abandoned place. It was a fort down in Southampton. And he comes across this metal tin of Quality Street. And he must have been about a good foot in height. Now, it's not even a third of that. So, yeah, that's the reason why. So they cut down on the things. Frog says, Animal Magic with Johnny Morris. What a legend Johnny Morris was. Johnny Morris, yeah. Good shout, Frog. Peter said, I remember going to the sweet shop with a threepenny bit and buying loads of sweets. Yes, that's when you could. They should have equalised there. And he's completely ballsed up. So LA's had a couple of chances. But wow. Man, Dapple Down Farm, a classic. I remember Dapple Down Farm, man. Yeah, I remember that one. But I remember all the what was it now? You had the Flumps, you had them as well. Bod. Marathon bars. Yeah, see, marathon bars, that's when they were a fair size then, weren't they? Not now. Michael Bentine's potty time. Yeah, look, Mama's saying exactly the same thing. Look, great minds think alike. His own Topo Gigio. Yeah, Mark was saying the same thing. Michael Bentine's potty time. None of you yet said, well, unless I ain't caught up with it, Bagpuss. Usual saying Lone Star, they were enormous when I was a kid. They were indeed. They was lived up to the name Wagon Wheels. I mean, I ain't seen one for ages, but do they still do curly whirlies? Snap. The Likely Lads, yeah, that was a bad show. Well, yes, usual. Spooky, three of us all at once. Yeah, that's good odds. That's good. Stingray, yeah, that's another one. Troy and old Marina, Aquamarina. Frog, Fireball XL5. Visionary then, back then. The robot that looked like it was made up of paper cups upside down. Usual. No, I mean proper big size. Yeah, they were proper wagon wheels or proper sizes then. Chelsea have now gone 2-0 up. Enzo Fernandez. Oh yeah, look, the Chelsea fans are really celebrating. Wow. Michael Chelsea says, Berta is Arteta's hair gel assistant, but keep doing what you're doing to our Spurs. May the 14th never forget North London United forever. Ravi, do I remember Mr. Ben? Yes, love Mr. Ben. They was talking about making a film of that, believe it or not, Mr. Ben. But yeah, I don't think nothing's ever come of it, you know. But then I remember, I don't know if you remember this, Ravi and people in the chat. Do you remember the film Doc Savage, The Man of Bronze? You think he even played Tarzan at one point? Matt says Tony needs a Brill Cream assistant. Michael. Oh, Lone Star, look at that. Remember Garibaldi's, Bourbons, and custard creams. Yeah, love a custard cream, that's for sure. Yes, Frog, that aquamarine was a right sort for a puppy. Who was the one that was on Thunderbirds? And Pink Wafers, Grandparents Biscuit Selection. What was the one they did? The old Fondant Fancies, when it was called? Thank you, usual, yeah. But I could just go Strawberry Cresta. Strawberry Cresta, look at that, yes. Cresta, then it become the Corona law used to go around. Pink wafers are now dry. Ravi, whatever happened to Jeffrey from Rainbow? I think he became a recluse. There, something that went on, wasn't there? And yeah, I'm not too sure the ins and outs of it, but it didn't. I think there was something that I don't know, it was a rumor or something like that, but it definitely definitely didn't go down well by the sounds of it. Eros says, I like a little milk with a little bit of a cinnamon in my tea, Tony. That's not bad. Sounds like this game's boring as hell. We were talking about tea and Jaffa cakes, mate. It's so exciting that I'm just watching the paint on the wall dry. That's how good it is. So this is the reason why we do what we do. We go on a different tangent when things are no good. We go somewhere else, and it makes up for it. Frog saying Newberry fruits. I was going, Peter. Tango have a drink called Strawberry Crush. It's like Cresta. Nice. Sergeant Bilko. Yeah, Sergeant Bilko. Matt says cinnamon is evil. Well, that's why you put it on your garden and scare off all the what you call it, the creatures. Apparently, Matt. Harry says you're only getting I've got PG tips and the cards in the box. Yeah, do you remember them as well? Sugar sandwiches, Matt. Yes, used to do them quite often. Dad loved these beef dripping sandwich. He was saying, Matt, a bit harsh, too much cinnamon. Just a little goes a long way. Yeah, just to have that little bit of taste. That's it, Harry. Yep. Chicory Coffee Camp. Yeah, that's the one. Don't like it, Ross there. Brendan's saying, I saw that in a shop this week and Harry was tempted to. Thing is, it's nearly £4 a bottle, I think. Pepsi saying Camp Coffee was Dale Whitland's favourite. Usual. Chicory Tip, son of my father. Supermarket sweep. Yeah, God rest Dale Winton. Ravi saying, Tony, bring back Razor Ruddock. He'll still do a job though, Ravi. I can tell you that now. Won't say no to him. Ah, Peter, Lost in Space. Oh, the pain, the pain. What a character he was. It was definitely that Dr. Zachary Smith and the robot himself. That was good. The film, yeah, could have been better. The film they did, with old Matt LeBlanc, etc., could have been a lot better. But at least they paid homage to the old Jupiter before it became the Jupiter 2. Harry saying Deep Battle Fisted, I think, is Dow's favourite, or was, should I say. Yeah, the banana splits. That was a bit ahead of its time, I think, that one, but still good to watch. Eros saying, Matt, no, don't blame you. Like, there's some people here who do cinnamon challenges with a spoon. Yes, idiots, but it's fun to watch, especially when you see that big poof as they cough. Mark saying the new fad now is ginger and turmeric shots. Yes, by all accounts, it's supposed to be good for you. It's supposed to be good for you. Oh, Lone Star, look at that. I do miss a 99 or a Cornetto. It's the price for them now. I think that's the thing. Idiots, yeah. Good Lord, Harry. Yes, yes, we went there, Mama. We went there. Tross says, I'm going to cinema first time in years next week to see 28 years later. See, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, you just saying that, Trosh, I don't know if you've seen it, people, and I might put the light on it, getting a bit dark. After nearly 40 years, they're bringing the sequel out to Spaceballs. Who remembers Spaceballs? Let us know in the chat. Flossie there. Peter saying the hot dogs and popcorn must have been around for ages in cinemas. Yeah, just seeing revolving around on that little kind of spit. JB saying 28 years looks decent. Yeah, they've actually made a good look of what I've seen of the trailers. Harry saying Jonathan David Room has been going longer than DFS's sale. Yes. Yeah. Screwball Lone Star ice cream sauce screwball bubblegum at the bottom. Yeah, do you remember them? You know. So 85 minutes, still 2-0 to Chelsea. Yeah, not much has gone on. You said, Mark, when I go food shopping, I drink one on my walk around. Nice. Trosh says, Ralph Fiennes is a clever zombie, I think. Frost said, it cost a shilling to get in the ABC and the bus was 3D each way. Yeah, well, back in my age, 5p for the bus. 5p. Brendan saying, usually you're so hip. Oh, Peter, you've gone there, mate. Texan chew bars were good. They are absolutely superb. I love the Texan chew bar. The fact you can stretch that like Stretch Armstrong. It's a shame they dropped that chocolate bar. God, I could have buy that all day long then. Brilliant chocolate bar. Oh, Michael Blue, yeah, Popeye ice cream. Remember them? Yeah, thought the same thing. JB says green tea Kit Kat from South Korea is nice, believe it or not. Green tea Kit Kat, wow. Have to try that. It's free, Tux. I actually said it out loud, Mama saying. That says Star Trek or Star Wars? Me, Star Wars. Good question to people in the chat. What was your favourite? Star Trek or Star Wars? Bit of a sci-fi buff for me, Daz. So both. I like both actually. The good thing about it, if you watched the original Star Trek, you had the film. What was it called? Space Seed, and that was with Ricardo Montalban as Khan, which obviously then became the second film, the Wrath of Khan, which is probably the best film they did out of the lot. Star Wars. Now Disney's got it. You're getting all these different kind of offshoots. Mind you saying that? Star Trek's going the same way in certain things. Mama Frosty says Arteta can play Captain Black. Don't even need to interview as well, Mama. He's got the job straight away. 7 of 9. Yes. Yes. Good old 7 of 9. Balana Troy as well. He was, Brendan saying Star Wars does, but Disney make it hard. I mean, Mandalorian, good, not bad at all. Andor, just too deep. And what's the new one they've just done? The Acolyte. Nah, not good. Matt said the shrunk the Wigan wheels. Yeah, like I said, they're like trolley wheels now. Outrageous, yeah. Champion the Wonder Horse. Skippy the Kangaroo, and what's the other one? And we had Black Beauty. What was his name? Grizzly Adams. JB said, I miss the old school TV. I miss Five not being in a phone. I miss the England feeling like England. I miss so much it all went downhill when Power Rangers started on TV. Power Rangers. You had Starfleet. That was a good puppet thing. Oh, Michael, look at that. Watch out, watch out. There's a Humphrey about. Yes. Unigate. Oh, Harry, you've gone there. Look at that one. Heidi. Remember that? Heidi. Jesus. Hector's house, Mama. Yes. Pete said you'll end up with about 10 chocolates in those tubs soon. Michael Chelsea saying, Tom, I don't think Lone Star likes me much. I'm only joking. I guess he's a sensitive soul. Well, if it's not you, Michael, it'll be Arsenal Manic. If not, it'll be the Herbert. Hardly. Ravi says, I used to like Capri Sun orange flavour, but they only sell them sugar-free. Tastes like some forgot to put the flavour in the drink. Awful now. Yeah, it's all this saccharin aspartame doesn't do real. Oh, yeah. The late, great Mike Reed, Run Around. Remember that. Rest in peace, the old Mike Reed. Usual, you'll never see a sad face eating Wall's ice cream. Troy says, hi, Ravi. I can't drink anything now, as I refuse all the artificial sweeteners. Basically, now I drink Coke Classic or water. Butter Moon. You can follow Mr. Spoon. Butter Moon. Butter Moon. They were the ones, weren't they? Brendan, you can't remember. Yeah, you can't, you know. Oh, Peter. Yes. Sally James on Tiz was. Butter Moon. Yeah, remember that. Jamie and the Magic Torch. So 3 minutes of added time on this game. Not like he's going to count for much. All together now, yes. Troj. Capri Sun used to be nice. Yeah. I think the only thing that's kind of good these days, I don't know if you drink it, Troj, as well. Oasis. At least that's not a bad one. That's not a bad Oasis drinks. Andy Pandy, yeah. Yeah, Clangers. Got to be the best one ever. The Clangers. JB says, was I the only one who recorded on the tape the top 40? No, mate. Did exactly the same thing. Did you do the voiceovers as well, though, JB? That's the question. For saying Topo Gigio, blimey, forgot about him. It Play School. Who remembers Play School? Oh, JB, look at that. Woolworths Pick a Mix. Peter said Andy Pandy sleeping with Ted was a bit odd. Troy says Citrus Spring was the best soft drink, though. OFC, they stopped making. Yeah. Oh, Harry, look at that. Umbunga, they make it in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Trio, the chocolate bars. The advert for that. Peter says, for me, the two Ronnies are the best comedy duo. I mean, they were brilliant what they did. I mean, Morecambe and Wise, you can't fault them as well. What they, I like the fact that way he did threw up the old bag with the paper bag, and he just take and then fill it in the paper bag. Brilliant. But yeah, the two Ronnies, the sketches they did. I mean, Four Candles, and the the hieroglyphics. Michael B said Andy Pandy got banned. Little Ted always trying to get his leg over loopy. Peter said Gary Baldy biscuits, aka Dead Fly biscuits. I'll get you a read by that. Daz, we're off the butter moon. Peter says Michael Benton, only one of that era you can talk about these days. Yes, without no ill concepts. So the game has finally finished. We've all been put out of our misery, people. It ended up 2-0 to Chelsea. Yeah, don't start. Chelsea went, boys, dull as dishwasher. Yeah, crap. Troj, Jeffrey went to stack shelves in Sainsbury's after Rainbow finished. I said, yeah, I know it wasn't great for him. Frog says, imagine being told when you're a kid that you'll be using a wireless phone in your hand that you can watch telly on. Mad, isn't it? Peter, Top Cat, or some said Boss Cat. Yeah, Top Cat. Yeah, that's true. He is dead. Rest in peace. Mind you, so is Rod Hull, isn't it? Trying to fix his air or radio or satellite dish, and unfortunately fell off, and that was it. What about the Crankies? Yeah, God, the Crankies. The Crankies. She went on to be the old governor of Scotland at one point. Yep, absolutely true. Tragically saying. Yeah, I think so. Usual Cranky's own Arsenal. Oh, the Flintstones. Yeah, the films weren't great. Schnorbits and Harry Wilson. Schnorbits. When that old Bernard, whatever his name was. Excuse me, the Jetsons. Oh, there you go, Troz. That's the one. It Spit the Dog and Bob Carroll Greaves. Oh, mummy, you want it? Land of the Giants. Yep, that was a good one. Land of the Giants. What was the other one they did? The Time Tunnel. That's the other one. Revy says you don't see family style adverts anymore, like the Bisto adverts. Yeah, poor old Linda. Yeah, Peter, Land of the Giants. Yes, Snap. Trumps, man, Peter. Sevens. Showing some now, aren't we? Mark said Robbie the Robot came from the film Forbidden Planet. He did indeed. I mean, brilliant on that film, and that film in itself was ahead of its time. But him on the Lost in Space was absolutely superb because he had comedy in him as well. Bridge, shit. Are you a car shark with my Flossie? Chess. $9.99 flake. Frog says Kemp coffee is expensive because they only sell one bottle a month in the UK. Trying to think of the other one there. Matt Bergerac with John Nettles and Louisa Jameson, who was also in Doctor Who. Yes, Doctor Who. And they said that, Billy Piper is the new Doctor, apparently. Look at that. Lord Toffinham Lollies. Always bringing the usual says, Ravi, TV adverts are ridiculous now. Everything woke turns to shit. Yeah. Yeah. Michael plays Spaceballs 2, The Search for Money. Mind you seeing him, he's now in a wheelchair now. Mind you, I suppose for his age he is. Yeah, oh man, how are you? John Candy in his airy suit, very funny. John Candy, what a shame. Ravi say nearly a fiver for Mr. Whippy, or 99 now. Boss Man's ice cream van. Boss Man's take the piss van by the sounds of it, Ravi, more than anything else. Fucking hell. Yeah, Spaceballs, John Candy. Matt said we'll probably sign Jonathan Ross, not Jonathan David. Bath, that was it. Bath, that was his name on the thing, wasn't there? Harry, Uncle Buck. Absolutely superb in Uncle Buck. Mind you, that planes, trains, and automobiles, that's got to be up there, isn't it? Surely. Definitely got to be up there. He was Pizza the Hut. Ricky saying 20th of June, exactly 50 years when Jaws hit the cinema. Fucking hell, 50 years ago. Man. Wow. That really hits home, mate, when you say it like that. Jesus. 50. But Sweet Tobaccos, yeah. Dungeon and Dragons, that was a good one, Daz. The films are completely different to the to the cartoon series. Uncle Bucky is a classic, yeah, definitely. And those candy cigarettes, yes, when we all thought we were smoking. Yeah, that was it for me, Joe. They're the ones I remember. Like they chipped off an iceberg and they put orange flavour in it and then give it to you. Now, they still call them jubblies, that's the thing. Bazooka Joe Bubblegums, yes. Yeah, little joke and comics wrapped around the gum itself, wasn't it? They banned those, yeah. Mama, Star Trek for you? Oh, Ravi, yeah. Red Dwarf was good. That was good as well. Yeah, both for me also as well. Troy's saying, thank you very much. Matt says, didn't watch either Star Wars or Star Trek, to be honest. Matt, you're missing something there, man. Peter saying, original Star Trek, not the really old modern ones. I mean, Pete, if you watch Strange New Worlds, the guy that Anson Mount plays Christopher Pike, and it bridges the gap from when he kind of took charge of the Enterprise to where he is now. I mean, he plays the character well. That's why he got his own TV series when he came on Discovery. He was says Spaceballs, Star Trek, and Star Wars. Smoke me a kipper. Trimble Trouble. Oh, you remember that one? Yes. Tribbles. Ravi says Arteta's going to star in the next Lego film as Lego Red. Yeah. Uncle Buck, great film, Harry. Yes. Oh, man. Yeah. Original Papillon film was remake was utter shit. When you got something like that, the original one, I mean, some films are hard to beat, and that is one of them. I agree on that, Peter, 100%. Still like watching that. Mind you, what's the other one? Cool Hand Luke. That's a good film as well. And I don't know if and another one I liked was Sergeant Rutledge. That was a good film as well. Kippers for breakfast. Yep, stink the place out. Bloke I know, usual. He gets them and that, and he literally cremates it, and then he eats it. You can't have anything soft. It's got to be fucking burnt to a cinder. Trosh says Andor was good, but it took episode 7 for it to be. That's the thing for me, Trosh. It just longed itself out too much. But at least kind of brought in the second season, it brought some better characters in it. Lassie the Wonder Dog, yes. Mind you, there's a littlest hobo as well, Ravi. Frog says, before she died, I told my mum probably the best being my old Ralph Harris fan club stuff in the loft. Oh, Manimal. That was a weird one, wasn't it? That was weird, Manimal. That was Go Power Rangers. Ravi says, the pink Power Ranger, she was a looker. Yeah. Matt saying, yeah, Ravi, Amy Jo Johnson. Matt's got a name down to a T as well. Trosh, man after my own heart. Yeah, even for a cartoon character. Chitara was my first crush. Cat Weasel, mate, I heard of a bloke who was our secretary. He looked like him. Thundercats. Ooh, yeah, Thunder. Man, Little House on the Prairie. Bloody hell. Yeah, man. Law and Hardy. Oh, Peter, man. I mean, them. Law and Hardy. Wow. Let me stop sharing the screen there anyway. The Golden Girls. Brilliant TV series as well. Yeah, that's it. Jamie. Jamie and his magic tools. What's the name of the dog? Torchy the battery boy. Bloody hell. Yeah. Yes, Debbie Harry appearing on top of the pops in a red shirt for me, Trosh. The Man from Uncle. Yeah. What did you think of the film? What did you think of the film? Because I think, I liked the film. I think the film was good. They needed to bring out a sequel sooner rather than later. Guy Ritchie film. It wasn't bad. Frog says Tinga and Tuka with Willy Wombat on the wibbly wobbly way was mental. No wonder most of my generation are. I'm not surprised with those names, Frog. Freddie Davis. There's Lauren Hardy, brilliant Peter. Peter. Oh man, yeah, that's the song, isn't it? There's a place keeps on calling me to a place I long to be. Every town I make a new friend. The little song. Maybe tomorrow. That's the one. Mark was saying, "Will Training Nation talk to dragons." Ivor the engine. That's the place. Trosh, who remembers the cartoon Battle of the Planets? Used to be on all the time. Absolutely superb. Battle of the Planets. And the other one for me as well, Trosh, Ulysses 31. That was a brilliant French, obviously dubbed with our language, but Ulysses 31, that was a thing. Peter says, good to drink Oasis in the sunshine. Yes, really refreshing. I agree on that, Peter. Ravi says, Sooty used to be good. I could never take Matthew Corbett seriously when he used to teach and tell a serious message. G-Force, yes. The Mysterious Cities of Gold. That was a one. Yeah, The Littlest Hobo. Trosh says, Sooty got passed down to his son, didn't he? He did indeed. Yes, he did. Frog says Harry Corbett was a genius. A ventriloquist act where the puppets didn't fucking talk. Oh, Matt, brilliant. This is putting Robin Williams on the map. Mork and Mindy, Nanu Nanu. And remember he used to drink out of his finger? Oh, yeah, was it Woolworths Pick and Nicks? It was indeed. Yeah, come away with a bag full of stuff. Maybe saying I bet blame Jamie Oliver for the sugar-free BS ruined some good drinks. Usually, Willow the Wisp. Yes, Willow the Wisp. Chorlton and the Wheelies. Trosh, Emo is the best puppet due to the violence. Only seen clips, but what I've seen of her, yeah, she given Mary L, didn't she? Fanny Craddock abusing Johnny all the time. Fucking hate Jamie Oliver. I remember when he what was he called himself? The Naked Chef. And this is where he had a flat and he was moving to another place. And all of a sudden, like the movers, he decided he's gonna make a steak sandwich. So of course goes to the local deli, gets the finest kind of ciabatta loaf, and then he bought 4 or 5 of these kind of like inch steaks and made him a steak sandwich. And it's like, yeah, because we can all afford to do that, mate. How much that must have cost him? Mate, you're not, yeah, you can't beat Lauren Hardy, absolutely. Ravi, do you remember Tony? Do you remember Eurotrash? Eurotrash was decent, mate. I mean, the weird and wonderful seeing that. Yeah, definitely one. And what was the other one? Was it Sin Cities or something? That was another one. That's another one that went funny and all. Man, if Chelsea play like this, they'll get relegated. What happened to Bungle? Because wasn't there one where they did? Yeah, they did a kind of an excerpt with them all doing innuendos. Not too sure what happened to Bungle though. I must admit, Stepdad used to watch that. Have you seen the Grumbleweeds? Bod was a funny one and all. Michael Brick says Bungle went to prison and Rod, Jane, and Freddie did a fancy. Matt says Art Attack, Neil Buchanan. Who's the one who did Art Attack? He, unfortunately killed himself. Is he the one, Matt? Yeah, he's committed suicide, unfortunately. Oh, usually, yeah. Roland Rat. What a brilliant name that was. Troj, Eurotrash, and Endurance Show on Clive James. Yeah, that was good. Clive James did a good show. OnlyFans Michael B. The Survivors. Yeah. Randall Hopkirk, deceased. Yes, polite word for porn. Absolutely, you're not wrong there, mate. Margarita Pragatan. Yeah. Jesus. Good evening to Wurzel Holbert. Michelle Fawn's Slut Search. Hope you're well, Wurzel. Peter's, yeah, Randall Hopkirk, the original, not the shit and remake with Reeves and Mortimer. Yeah, that weren't good, was it? Because the original one, I remember there was a fact about him. He could basically the suit that he wore. He wanted to put his hands in his pockets because they can't. They're sewn up the pockets, so he couldn't tamper with the suit and make it dirty or anything like that. But it was a good concept of a program. That's for sure. Matt saying David Sullivan to star in Spaceball 2 as we're skint. Yeah, you could take over from Rick Moranis. Back to the Future. Yeah, that was a brilliant one. And of course, they did 2 and 3 back to back because obviously his Parkinson's was coming on at that point, which is a shame. Ah, Peter, what a program that Mind Your Language with Francois Pascal. I mean, again, something they wouldn't show these days, but that was brilliant. Peter says, when ice cream came round playing tunes, my mum used to say he's telling everyone he has run out of ice cream. Pepsi saying, feels like 50 years Arsenal last won a trophy. Ah, dear me. The pain is enduring. That's a classic. Peter says, going to Baker's, getting a large box of broken biscuits. You have to go to some of these, what's it, like B&M and places like that. They do the broken. Oh no, what's it? Frozen foods. I think they do them. You eat Cool Runnings, believe in the egg. Kiss the egg, believe in the egg. Yeah, the fan made stuff is really top quality. Star Trek Future, yep. Harry's Chucky's children. What the fuck was that all about? Don't know. Who remembers the Red Hand Gang? Midnight Express. What a film. Peter saying, "Bless this house." Great movie. Yep. Up in Smoke. The original Italian Job. Yeah, you're not wrong there. On the different sickness level. Yeah, but a lot of truth in that. Ravi saying one classic Red Dwarf episode is when they go back to when JFK gets shot, but ends up knocking the guy out the window in history. Yes. Oh, remember that program as well? Yeah, Pop Black thought they were bringing it back. I think it all kind of didn't it when he died or something like that. That's why they didn't bring it back. Flipper. And what was the other one? Gentle Ben and the kid. He starred in so many things, and even when he was older, he was still in starring and stuff. Yeah, and in Magic with Johnny Morris. Oh, I remember that trilogy. I missed Big Break with Jim Davidson and Bullseye. Yeah, old Jim Bain. It broke him when they told him they're cancelling it. Matt saying, "Here with the Mermaid, my first TV crush." Daz, big up to yourself as well. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Big up to Tony. Thanks for coming in, mate. Hope it was all good for yourself. The Marx Brothers. Peter, the one who played Granny in the Golden Girls, was the youngest one. Yeah, it's true. She was. She was the. Was it her name Betty something? She was the youngest one. Oh, Joe Knighty as well. Yeah, the Persuaders, Frog. Not to be confused with the Golden Shower Girls. Opportunity Knocks. What a program that was as well. Trust us, I think a lot of the kids' TV I watched as a kid was LSD influenced. There was definitely going something on there. You're not wrong there. Planet of the Apes, the original ones. Yeah, what was his name? The actor. God, he starred in a few things. He even starred in Fright Night. Oh, I forgot his name there. Yeah, I loved Ulysses 31. I thought it's a wonder they made that into a film. Monica Rose, Happy Emmerich looks like sisters. Soylent Green, yes. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, there's that one as well. Magic Roundabout was all about drugs. Yeah, 100% on that one, Michael. Trosh says the Planet of the Apes ending one of the most memorable endings in cinema history for me. Yes. The Statue of Liberty. Spangles. Yeah, call them a different. What do they call them there? Something else they call them there, isn't it? Flying saucers. Mama Flossie celebrates 6 months of membership. Another brilliant stream. Big up to you in the chat. Mama, thank you very much, and a pleasure for you being a member for that period of time as well. Thank you very much. Trosh says, if you hate Jamie Oliver, you should watch Uncle Roger, the usual. What's his mate? Jimmy. Peter says, yeah, Nigella's shy over Jamie every time, especially when she pops down to raid the fridge and. Steptoe and Son. Yeah, there's another classic as well, isn't it? Don't know who he is, Trosh. Oh, bloody hell, yeah. Look, Frog, look at that. Galloping Gourmet was a twat as well. Must come with the territory. He's a comedian and he slaughters Jamie. That's what, yeah, absolutely. Zig and Zag, the best breakfast TV presenters. The Big Breakfast. What a concept that was. Walked past that house quite a few times. Steptoe and Son, brilliant. Yeah, Graham Kerr. You dirty old man. Harry Corbett, yeah, of course. Carry on screaming. Brilliant in that as well. On the buses, Peter. Still brilliant to watch them ones all even to this day now. Usual saying, would never have remembered that. Mr. Nigel, 10 million subscribers, everyone hates Jamie. Bloody hell. Oh, Peter, remember this. Sale of the Century with Nicholas Parsons. The Generation Game. Ravi, that was Mark Spate. That's the one. He was the one that killed himself. There was rumours he was addicted to coke. Not surprised, Peter, Ravi, when you look at him, that kind of thing. But yeah, what a shame, to go down that way. On the bus is a top show, definitely. Father, dear father, bloody hell. Citizen Smith, power to the people. See that? I mean, that one, Michael, gets me. Why they never show reruns of that? All the TV programs, and that's one they don't show, but it was a bit off, a bit different. Oh yeah, Mr. and Mrs. as well. Yeah, bloody hell. Alf Garnett. That says the first red. Daz Reynolds says the first Red Dwarf was the end. Why did they start with that, Tony? This is the problem with it sometimes. When you think of something, you do. It's how you kind of where you're going to go with it, and then sometimes, yeah, not being funny. It's. Do you remember the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Ran the same time as that, wasn't it? Nearest and dearest. Frog says, of course, none of this stuff happened. We're already talking to Paddy Silverwalks. Josh says, I felt the same with Only Fools and Horses when Grandad was replaced. Yeah, it's just, that's the one. Roddy McDowell. Thank you, Peter. Yes. Yeah, he started in many things, didn't he? Yeah, I only thought. I mean, the granddad died, and it was a shame. I mean, obviously Uncle Al, but wasn't the same, though, was it? Arthur Mullard. Yes, my dear. Thank you, Michael, as well. And that Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Do you remember the meaning of life? The ultimate question to the meaning of life. 42. Tries when I grew up, all I can remember is all the Carry On films. Carry On Columbus was, yeah, well, they could have done better. They played them non-stop. There you go, Frogs answered it as well. 42. Yeah, it was a good stage. And the thing is, when you look at the film, again, could have done a lot of things better on it. There were certain parts it was good, but the John Malkovich character, yeah, could have been a lot better. I guess they're non PC, so not shown anymore. This is the problem, isn't it? Um, Love Thy Neighbor. When you think about that one, they won't show that one anymore. But yeah, same as Alf Garnett. Yeah, you're not yet. Same as Alf Garnett. Thanks, Aces as well. Yep, you're right there, Trosh. Won't say it now. Blacklisted, as they say, but they are shown on Freeview channels, which they are. I mean, you can pick them up on here on YouTube as well. And apparently so, yes, there is a kind of transcript at the beginning of the thing. If you don't want to watch it, then because it's going to cultural references and blah blah blah. Frog says, to be fair, there are comedians making a good living saying the things they claim that you can't say anymore. Funny old world. I mean, I like Dave Chappelle. The things that he comes out with, or the things he's done. He did the Chappelle show. Benny Hill, popular all over the world, not just in the UK. Yeah, Americans loved him. What a great one that was as well. Rise and Fall of Reginald Perrin. What a player. What an actor, shall I say. Usually, as they stick a warning up before showing the old shows. They do indeed. But yep, they have a thing at the top of the screen. 40 Towers, Morgan Mindy, The Good Life used to be a lot of sitcoms. The Good Life. Also, probably censored. That indicates it's worth watching than usual. Absolutely, yes. The old school stuff that we remember. Oh, look at that, mate. Yeah. George and Mildred ran for like 20 years, didn't it? Yeah, it went on for ages. And he ended up on The Last of the Summer Wine, and I think he also was on what's her name? The Catherine Tate. Is it Catherine Tate? He was on that as well. Buying the Butty burgers off the old the van, the takeaway van. Peter says they're going to stop showing Carry On films soon due to Work Brigade. Usually says, but I'm always watching the old stuff. Best stuff. Oh, Brookside. Yeah, I'll go one better than Peter. Who remembers Albion Market? Trosh, some of us do have them. Was funny when it came out. Remember, yeah. And I thought Mum was also banned. Yes, another one as well, Michael. Yeah. Peter said, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Is what I say. That was classic. Yeah. That was good, Trosh. There's some good stuff back in the day. Can't seem to find Love My Neighbour. Found it on here. Usual. I did find it on YouTube. Did pull through, but yeah. If you usual, have a look on YouTube, and you can find 35 episodes of the actual show itself. The film was good as well. Frog says you can watch this stuff. They don't want a show easier than you could back then anyway. Like the Real McCoy. The Real McCoy was a good one as well, but they weren't, Peter says they so-called comedies are absolutely they're no good at all. Some of the comedies are shite. Remember Albion Market and Channel 5's Family Affairs? Albion Market, yeah, what a load of crap that was. That didn't last long at all. What was the other one? El Dorado. Crossroads as well. Yeah, brought that back, didn't they? Yeah, Crossroads where all the sets nearly fell down all the time. Same as Prisoner Cell Block H when they shut the old cell doors. Usually there's episodes on YouTube, quite a few actually. Yeah. Frog gets buried. Don't no, I mean I can see it now. I'm looking at it now. Michael's also saying, yeah, can get a lot of them on UK Gold, but mostly after midnight. Not easy to find unless you get a name given to you to search. Yeah, you can watch most shows on YouTube. You can indeed. Frog says, "Tries, I just did a search and they came up. He said he wishes and left because he was fed up being pushed around." To watch. Yeah, to watch. You can actually watch them. Yeah. Peter's saying that Eldorado could have been made in apartments to get some money back in the day. Trosh is cool. It looks like book burning otherwise. Oh, Michael B. Yeah, Blazing Saddles. Great film. Also banned. Wonder Why World 2 Rope. Young Frankenstein as well. What brain did you get? The one labelled Abby Normal. And people, looking at the time now, I will kind of bring it to an end. Thank you for being with us, and apologies for the game itself. Wasn't great to watch, but as always, we make it what it is, and I cannot thank you enough for doing that. Really appreciate you being with us, and the comments have been superb tonight, and it was good to kind of recap on some of the old programs itself. Not too sure if we're going to be back on tomorrow, but I may do so. Maybe possibly Wednesday, Thursday. We should be back. Me and Budgie doing the West Ham review, and then on Sunday we'll be bringing back the Sunday night takeaway. So if you're free, be good to see you on there as well. Peter I know is there. Had cross-throat with a passion. Yeah, it wasn't exactly the great. Daz, thank you very much for your time. Top show, Tony. Thank you very much. And again, like I said, it's use people that help bring it along. Peter saying, no need to apologise about the game, young man. You're most welcome, mate. But yeah, it's like I said, the good thing about it, even with our games, if they're no good, we go on a different tangent, and that's what makes it even better. Daz says, night all to everyone. Pepsi says, no need to apologise. You're just like West Ham match watch-along. Thank you, Pepsi. The love is all real. Definitely is. Frog usual saying, got it, but didn't laugh as didn't want to go onto a register. People in the chat, thanks again for being with us. And don't be afraid to hit the like button on your way out. Like I say, if you're new and if you like what you've seen, hit the subscribe button. Come and join us. We've got some great people in the chat, some great stuff that goes on there. And Brendan saying, Tom knew none of us were interested in the game. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Even I wasn't. Only little glances every now and again. You're saying thanks, Tom. Great stream, usual. Again, thank you very much for that. Peter saying, take care one and all and stop thinking about West Ham. Yeah, even for 5 seconds. George, cheers, Tony. Better chatting than watching greedy footballers. 100%, mate. Totally agree on that. And thanks again for being in. Michael saying good night, God bless, and happy Father's Day for yesterday. Same for you as well, my friend. Brenna saying thanks, Tom. Chatters, good show. And Chinwag, catch you all later. Take care. Frog, best comment of the night. Have a good tomorrow, fellow Hammers. Same for you as well. Mum Floss is saying good night and night all and that. And yes, I'm just going to find something to play it on. Let me find it. If there's anything I can actually find. And no, all I say is this.